Assalamu alaikum. How are you learners? I hope you all are fine. Today is my first lecture, part 1, class 4, subject English language, topic Pippi Longstocking. First of all, we will talk about the topic Pippi. Pippi is the name of a girl and Longstocking means long socks. Now we will discuss about the writer who has written this story. Pippi Longstocking is written by Astrid Lindgren, is a female Swedish writer. She has wrote many children book stories, or book series. The one is Pippi Longstocking. It is about an unusual, brave, funny, and so incredibly strong girl. Now we will discuss about the picture. There is a picture of a girl. Her name is Pippi. She has braided her hair. Her nose is look like a small potato and is dotted with freckles. Her mouth is very wide with strong teeth. She has wearing different blue dress with red patches. She is wearing a pair of long stockings. One is brown and the other black. She has a pair of shoes that are twice as long as her feet. There is also a little monkey sitting on her shoulder, dressed in blue pants, yellow jacket, and a white straw hat. Now we'll start reading. There are some words to know. The first word is braided, means plaited. Cannibal, someone who eats other people. Courage, bravery, or the ability to do something that frightens you. Freckles, small patches of darker color on skin, often made darker by the sun. Remarkable, someone or something worth noticing or extraordinary. Sidewalk, a paved pathway at the side of a road or pavement. Stockings, very long socks. Okay, learners, in this story we will talk about the four characters. The main character is Pippi. Her monkey name is Nelson. The other character is Tommy, a name of a boy, and Anika, a girl. Let's start reading. When Pippi entered Villa Vilcula, Villa Vilcula is the name of a place. For the first time, it was a lovely summer evening. The children next door, Tommy and Anika, were not at home. They had gone to visit their grandmother for a week, and so they had no idea that anybody had moved into the house next door. Moved into means come into. On the first day, after they came home again, they stood by the gate, looking out onto the street. They had no idea that there actually was a playmate so near. Playmate means playfellow. They were standing there considering what they should do and wondering whether anything exciting was likely to happen or whether it was going to be one of those dull days when they couldn't think of anything to play. So, in this line, they were thinking that will it be a good day or bad? And just then, the gate of Villa Vilcula opened and a little girl stepped out. Stepped out means come out. She was the most remarkable or extraordinary girl Tommy and Anika had ever seen. She was Miss Pippi Longstocking out for her morning walk. This is the way she looked. Now, in these lines, we will describe or give the description of Miss Pippi Longstocking. Her hair, the color of a carrot, was braided into tight braids. that stuck straight out. Her nose was the shape of a very small potato and was dotted all over with freckles. It must be admitted that the mouth under this nose was a very wide one, with strong with white teeth. Her dress was rather unusual. Unusual means different. Pippi had made it herself. She had meant to be blue, but there wasn't quite enough blue cloth, so Pippi had sewed little red pieces on it here and there. On her long thin legs, she wore a pair of long stockings, one brown and the other black. She had on a pair of black shoes that were exactly twice as long as her feet. Her father had bought these shoes for her in South America so that Pippi would have something to grow into. She loved them and she never wanted to wear any others. But the thing that made Tommy and Anika open their eyes widest of all was the monkey sitting on the strange girl's shoulder. It was a little monkey dressed in blue pants, a yellow jacket, and a white straw hat. Pippi walked along the street with one foot on the sidewalk and the other in the gutter. Tommy and Anika watched as long as they could see her. In a little while, she came back, and now she was walking backward. That was because she didn't want to turn around to get home. When she reached Tommy's and Anika's gate, she stopped. The children looked at each other in silence. At last, Tommy spoke. Why did you walk backward? Backward means reverse. Why did I walk backwards? Said Pippi. Isn't this a free country? Can't a person walk any way she wants to? Let me tell you that in Egypt, everybody walks that way and nobody thinks it's the least bit strange. How do you know? Asked Tommy. You have never been to Egypt, have you? I have never been to Egypt. Indeed, I have. That's one thing you can be sure of. I have been all over the world and seen many things stranger. Stranger means unfamiliar than people walking backward. I wonder what you would have said if I had come along walking on my hands the way they do in farthest Asia. Now you must be lying, said Tommy. Lying means telling lie. Pippi thought for a moment. You are right, she said sadly. I am lying. It's wicked to lie. Wicked means bad thing, said Anika, who had at last gathered up enough courage to speak. Yes, it's very wicked to lie, said Pippi, even more sadly. But I forget it now and then, and how can you expect a little child like me to always tell the truth when my mother is an angel and my father is king of a cannibal island and I have sailed on the ocean all my life? Then Pippi smiled and continued, and let me tell you that in the Congo there is not a single person who tells the truth. They lie all day long, begin at 7 in the morning and keep on until sundown. So, if I should happen to lie now and then, you must try to excuse me and to remember that it is only because I stayed in the Congo a little too long. We can be friends anyway, can't we? Oh, sure, said Tommy and realized suddenly that this was not going to be one of those dull days. By the way, would you come and have breakfast with me? Asked Pippi. Why not? Said Tommy. Come on, let's go. Oh, yes, let's, said Anika. But first, I must introduce you to Mr. Nelson, said Pippi, and the little monkey took off his cap and bowed politely.